pretty good discussion this morning on the China trade dispute. There's optimism as the two sides begin another round of negotiations later today. I reported yesterday, my sources are saying that they are in the writing of the MOU part of this discussion. That means that's a memorandum of understanding. The president doesn't call it an MOU, but they are certainly in the writing part, writing down what are the major issues this morning between the Beijing and the U.S. This is the situation along the U.S.-Mexico border remains in focus this morning. The president and Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen emphasized the need for action now.
To close it if I have to close it. Our system is absolutely maxed out, and Border Patrol has done an incredible job, but the system is absolutely maxed out. We're going to have security in this country. That's more important than trade. Hey, all you hear me talking about is trade. But let me just give you a little secret. Security is more important to me than trade.
In my opinion, right now, this is one of, if not the biggest crisis this country has faced in a decade. Truly. I mean, The security aspects of this, the humanitarian aspects of this have got to be addressed. So I agree with you. This is at the very top of our list at DHS. We've announced today that we're now treating this like a massive Cat 5 hurricane disaster.
Both Republican lawmakers and business leaders are objecting to the potential border closure, though. Joining me right now is a lawmaker who was at the border this past weekend. He is Arkansas Congressman French Hill. And, Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for being here.
Good morning, Maria.
First, tell us about your trip. You went to the border. What did you see? Assess the situation for us from your eyes.
Well, this was my fifth trip to the border in the last 3.5 years, but this one was the most compelling as it relates to the emergency. We visited with Catholic Charities, we visited with Customs and Border Patrol, and there's no doubt that they are overwhelmed by the hundreds of thousands of people coming across the border. Don't be concerned about caravans. They have a caravan a week in terms of number of people recently at McAllen, Texas.
Yeah, that's incredible. And what's concerning is the fact that the groups that are coming in have changed from young males to now families, but we're not really sure if they actually are families. Did you get a sense of that?
Right. That is a challenge. There are, for the first time, males accompanying children. They're in our detention center. That's a real clear change that we heard from Catholic Charities and from the Customs and Border Patrol people. Our laws are built around deporting single male Mexicans back into Mexico. Now we're confronted with Central American families coming across the border in record numbers, and we just don't have the staff to process those or places to hold them, so they're now being released directly into the United States and not being held and fully vetted for about 72 hours.
Right, and they know that, right? That's why they're parading as families. They know that once they get here as a family, they won't be able to get separated because they're a family, and they'll probably get released once they're here, and then not show up for the court date. So this is sort of getting through to a lot of people, and they're saying, well, let's just make believe we're a family and get over there. Meanwhile, the Journal is out with an editorial this morning. The editorial board writes, "Blowing Up the Border" is the title. Writing this, the U.S. economy is showing signs of renewed growth after a rough patch caused by the government shutdown, a Federal Reserve mistake, and uncertainty over trade. Mr. Trump would undercut this growth revival if he now closes the border. Congressman, there is real pushback here. Your reaction?
Yeah, I agree with the Wall Street Journal's editorial page. I think we need to divert resources to the border to help the Customs Patrol and the Border Patrol do their jobs, which are admitting legal visitors to the country, legal workers in the country, and the billions in cross-border commerce. We need FEMA people at the border to help with this humanitarian crisis. We need contractors to help with this humanitarian crisis, and let our customs officers and our Border Patrol go back to their core missions. But I believe it would be a mistake to stop the trade flow across the southern border. That would be, I think, an economic mistake for our country. We need to treat this just like Jay Johnson, Obama's Homeland Security Secretary, and our current Secretary Nielsen say. This is a humanitarian crisis. We need to react to it as if it were a Cat 5 hurricane.
Yeah, but I mean, why is it worse than it's ever been? I mean, if the Obama administration did so great.
Well, I toured the facility built by Jay Johnson at McAllen, Texas on Friday, which was the detainee facility at McAllen, Texas during the 2014 family crisis. I think we'll exceed those numbers from 2014.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Meanwhile, I got to get your take on China before we go. Another round of U.S.-China trade talks beginning in Washington today. The two sides apparently closer to a deal than ever. The president commented on the negotiations last night. Listen to this.
We're very close because you are going to have in fact, when I ask China, and I'm doing that, that'll be the end of the negotiation. If we get there, and you know, let's see what happens. Who knows? I think we're doing very well. They need the deal more than we do. You see what's going on. They need the deal, and they're getting hurt badly.
Congressman, your reaction, and you know, another good editorial I'll point out in the Journal this morning is it too late to counter China's rise? Most people believe that the U.S. will be less important than China in the coming years.
Well, I think we certainly have a national security issue as China reasserts its security interest in Asia. I think we have obviously a major trade issue, but we're joined in that trade concern by the EU, Japan, and other of the G7 countries to work together to open Chinese markets, to rein in their excesses when it comes to their state-owned enterprises, to block their ability to steal intellectual property and compel Americans to share technology. That's at the heart of what the president is trying to do with this agreement.
Yeah, I know, but the issue is enforcing all of that, right? I mean, the Chinese have agreed to buy more soybeans and natural gas. They have agreed to open up their markets to certainly financial services industry, among others. But are they going to be able to stop the stealing of intellectual property? And will the U.S. have enough of an enforcement mechanism in place to actually snap back tariffs or snap back something should they fail on that promise?
Well, that's exactly why this negotiation is 20 years overdue and so important since China joined WTO.
Right.
We need that enforcement.
Yeah.
Simply buying more American goods and services is not good enough. We need structural reforms.
It seems that that's what they're working on, so we'll check back with the White House. Congressman, it's good to see you this morning. Thank you.
Good to see you, Maria. Thanks.
Congressman French Hill joining us there.